Denmark's dry style of budgeting has some benefits and challenges for fiscal discipline and economic stability. Let's explore them in this section. One benefit is that it helps to maintain surpluses. By limiting the spending growth to the expected revenue growth, Denmark avoids creating deficits that would increase its debt. This also allows it to save money for future needs, such as public investments or social welfare. Another benefit is that it reduces debt. Denmark has one of the lowest public debt levels in the European Union, at around 34% of GDP, and this gives it more fiscal space and credibility in case of a crisis or a recession. It also lowers its interest payments and reduces its vulnerability to external shocks. A third benefit is that it prepares for demographic changes. Denmark has an aging population, which means that it will face higher costs for pensions and health care in the future. By keeping its spending growth under control, Denmark can ensure that it has enough resources to meet these challenges without compromising its fiscal sustainability. However, this approach also has some challenges. One challenge is that it requires consensus among political parties. Denmark has a multi-party system, where no single party can form a majority government. This means that the budget has to be negotiated and agreed upon by several parties, which can be difficult and time-consuming. It also means that the budget can be influenced by political interests and compromises, rather than by economic efficiency or social equity. Another challenge is that it requires coordination with local and regional governments. Denmark has a decentralized system, where local and regional governments are responsible for delivering most public services, such as education, healthcare, and social protection. They also have some autonomy to raise their own revenues through taxes and fees. This means that the central government has to coordinate with them to ensure that their spending plans are consistent with the national budget targets and priorities. This can be complex and challenging, especially if there are conflicts or disagreements between different levels of government. In conclusion, Denmark's dry style of budgeting has some advantages and disadvantages for fiscal discipline and economic stability. It helps to maintain surpluses, reduce debt, and prepare for demographic changes, but it also requires consensus among political parties and coordination with local and regional governments. It is not a perfect system, but it has served Denmark well so far.